All right, so while meme coins have been taking the spotlight and we've seen massive gains, like with GOAT reaching over a $700 million market cap, a project that we did a video on recently called Moth did a 2x in a matter of a couple of days. Well, I want to focus a little bit on what's going on with the overall market and Cardano, because all the focus is on Solana and meme coins, but there's been major developments going on with Cardano and the overall market, and major partnerships that open Cardano up to over $1.3 trillion in liquidity on Bitcoin's ecosystem. And when we're looking at the overall crypto market right now, we can see that yes, the market is pretty sporadic. It's pretty spread out. We see that Bitcoin's right around 67,500, Ethereum right around 2,500, and over the last 7 days, nothing has performed too great outside of Solana, which is up 15%, and meme coins, which are doing extremely well. But the good thing about this is that if you look at what has been going on with the market historically, when meme coins start to see a bit of a peak, a bit more interest, that is at the very perfect time to get into altcoins, because the way it typically works is meme coins rally first, then altcoins, and that is when we usually have been seeing this cycle of the market, that meme coins always lead the way. So when we're looking at meme coin search interest right now, you could see this big spike in search interest where meme coins are seeing a lot more search interest than they have over the last couple of weeks and last couple of months. And the only time we saw more search interest for meme coins was back in March, when the market was having that all-time record high. And if you're looking at Bitcoin is extremely low in terms of search interest relative to where it was in March. So this is something that I like to see as an investor, because it shows me that, look, based on historical trends, what we've seen in 2024, now that we're seeing these meme coins rally, it is a good sign that we are going to see everything else follow very quickly, that we're probably going to see artificial intelligence projects that have been hit really hard. We're probably going to start seeing some smaller cap altcoins rally as well. And this is the typical cycle and typical trend that we have seen in the market, where meme coins go first, then we see everything else. So seeing meme coins have this spike is very bullish in my opinion, especially with the election coming up. Now I want to talk about some investments we've recently made, some things going on with Cardano and with Storm. So if we look at first one of our investments over on ChainGPT Pad that we made with Storm, and they already had their TGE back on October 16th. And the cool thing about this project is that after having its launch, it saw an all-time high of 5x from the price that we got in over on ChainGPT Pad when I did the video with you guys on it. And currently, it's still trading around 2 to 3x higher from the prices that we were able to get it when it was on ChainGPT Pad. The IDO sold out extremely quickly, and in a matter of 24 hours after launching, this project saw 13.2 million in 24-hour total trading volume. You could also see some other major stats was that it was listed on Gate.io, it was listed on MEXC, listed on BingX and StunFind, some of the biggest exchanges in the world. And the cool thing about it is that despite a lot of IDOs and TGEs and launches not doing too well, this project is still more than 2x from where we got it at and where it launched at. So that's something that's very exciting to see. And they had a really decent amount of volume. Just even on MEXC alone, they saw over $1 million in 24-hour trading volume. On top of this, if we're looking at the project, they were top 1 in DEX screener trends. They are the only TON ecosystem token trending on Gecko Terminal, and they had hundreds of different top names in the crypto space talking about it and posting about it. So if you're bullish on the overall TON ecosystem, this is a project that is going to capitalize on people trading more altcoins as we see the market start to flip. People go back to meme coins and just altcoins on the TON ecosystem. So this is something that you definitely want to keep an eye out on. It is available on some of the top exchanges in the world already, like I said, MEXC, Gate.io, and others. I personally have it on MEXC, but this is why we do invest into IDOs, and why I'm always talking about them is because, like this project, other projects we talked about last week, like Omnia Protocol, those have all had very successful launches, and that's why you need to be keeping an eye out on Storm Trade moving forward. And now I want to switch gears and talk a little bit about what's been going on with Cardano, because with Cardano, we can see that they just announced a major partnership where Emurgo teams up with BTC OS, the smart contract operating system for Bitcoin, to enable cross-chain interoperability between Cardano and Bitcoin. And I posted about this earlier, and I said, look, when you look at what's going on with this partnership, Cardano is set to unlock over $1.3 trillion in Bitcoin liquidity through this partnership because it allows ADA users, this is the key thing, it allows ADA users to securely access Bitcoin without intermediaries. And we see that Binance posted about this as well. Major news outlets have posted about this as well. And this is so important because it's going to enable Cardano users to access Bitcoin without intermediaries. And that enhances cross-chain functionality. It enhances the accessibility of ADA users to the entire Bitcoin ecosystem, which is exactly what you want to see. And it's not really talked about enough. But you can see that Binance does this whole entire article on it. It says, look, with BOS, and if you're not familiar, that is Bitcoin OS. It's a Bitcoin smart contract platform, and it says zero knowledge cryptography will be instrumental in this collaboration, providing a trustless method for integrating BTC assets into Cardano through verified transactions that bypass third parties. The BOS Grail Bridge, a crucial component of this integration, will offer trustless connection powered by BOS ZK BitSnark verification protocol. This technology allows BTC transactions and assets to be bridged onto Cardano's blockchain, benefiting Cardano native DeFi projects without compromising decentralization or security. So this is something that is so massive and not many people are talking about it. So I posted about it less than like an hour ago, and we're seeing that, yeah, people are starting to realize how big this is. But in terms of Cardano's price, we really have not seen much movement. Cardano has been flat for the longest period of time, but this is also why I am excited about it, because when you see projects that are able to hold support levels that don't see much action but really aren't seeing negative movements as well, it's really showing me that, yeah, we might be gearing up for the next leg higher. Like, we've held this strong support, now what's next? And the last thing I do want to go over is going to be what's been going on with another investment we recently made over with Lively. And so Lively is a project that we did an entire video on. I've talked about it a couple of times because I invested in their recent launch. I talked about this when their token launched, and I said I was extremely excited about it. And so with Lively, the cool thing is that we've been able to actually see its token since launch been able to grind higher and higher. This is something that has been a little bit different than most projects that have launched recently. A lot of projects that have launched have simply collapsed and tanked. But with Lively, they've been able to hold these strong levels of support. They had a very strong level right around that 8 cents per token range, and they've been able to break through that key resistance for around 8.5 cents per token. Now they are, trading between that 9 and 9.5 cents per token. So as we continuously see Lively break through these key levels, it makes me very excited about where it could possibly go and what the potential is, because they have tens of thousands of users on their platform who use their platform every single day. And because of that, you couple that with good price movements, good token appreciation, that'll lead to some pretty impressive gains long term if you continuously add more users and you see that the token price continues to increase. So just keep an eye out on these things right now with the overall market. But with Bitcoin, with Cardano, with all of these altcoins like Storm and Lively, there's a lot of exciting things going on right now. And even though a lot of people are talking about meme coins, I'd be looking at a lot of these other projects, because meme coins, it's impossible to know which ones are going to take off. But altcoins, you're going to know which ones have been hit the hardest, which ones have done historically well, which ones have huge communities and strong support, and those are the ones that I'd be looking a little bit more towards right now.